Welcome back. Google CEO Sundar Pichai calling for more on cybersecurity. He's urging governments to adopt a Geneva Convention to address the cyber threat. He says the U.S. needs to invest more in technology. My next guest is looking at what's happening beyond Earth in terms of cybersecurity. Joining me right now is SpiderOak CEO David Pearah. David, great to see you. Thanks very much for being here. You're working on addressing encryption and security practices to avoid importing the cyber problems that we have on Earth. Tell us about the threat.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I mean, the threat is real. We've set up a fourth branch of the military, the Space Force, because both private and nation states are coming after our businesses and our government. And we have a huge opportunity here to really step up what we're doing. And it's not going to be necessarily kinetic warfare. We're talking about coming after our entire infrastructure, and we need to protect it.
But why aren't we doing it? I mean, this is one of those other obvious things that seem to be a serious threat, a clear threat. We've seen hacks repeatedly from Russia, from China. So why aren't we doing it, do you think?
Well, look, we keep doing the same things from technology over 30 years ago and expecting a different outcome. We keep putting up perimeters and thinking that those walls can't be breached. Companies that are exceptionally well-funded and focused on protecting themselves are still being breached, like Amazon's own Twitch service was hacked just under 2 weeks ago, because fundamentally the incentives aren't necessarily aligned, because people think that building applications is very different than protecting them. So there really isn't good correlation even in the insurance industry to ensure that the incentives are in place, and the government needs to take a leading role. And just like he called for, they need to step up in innovation.
So let me ask you about the runway in terms of investment here. You're predicting hundreds of billions of dollars will go into this market in this decade, a growing number of satellites in space. How likely is it that we're going to see hacking, and can companies avoid this? Do you think that there is an investment opportunity for those people saying, I want to invest in this, it's a moneymaker, but it's also something that's critical for the United States?
I think the market's going to be over $1 trillion. And when we talk about any new frontier, we know that the frontier pushes back. I mean, right now, all the energy is focused on getting vehicles, satellites and other infrastructure into space, but that's going to be a juicy target for both nation states and hackers. So what you have here is the inability to protect even the networks. We're talking about air and the vacuum of space. And so it's worth, there's no geek squad in space to go up there and deal with a problem when it happens. We need to do better.
Yeah. So we just heard from Jack Keane, the generals, talking about the increasing capabilities of China. China's strategy in a conflict is to blind others by disabling satellites. Will the technology do anything to help the United States with that?
Yeah, so from SpiderOak's perspective, and a small but growing number of companies that are taking an entirely new approach to cybersecurity, is that we don't believe in setting up walls. We believe in encryption as the solution for the next generation of cybersecurity. So we're utilizing the same technology that powers Bitcoin, called either blockchain or distributed ledger, as one of the best choices for protecting ourselves.
All right, we will leave it there. Dave, great to have you this morning. Thanks very much, Dave Pearah. We appreciate it, and we'll be watching your efforts.